As I sit here tonight, bathed in the soft glow of my desk lamp, the world outside feels quiet, almost still. The hum of the day has faded, and I'm left with this moment of reflection, a moment to pause and consider the blessings that weave through the fabric of my life. Have you ever stopped to think about how easy it is to take those blessings for granted? We get swept up in the relentless current of life, the deadlines, the to-do lists, the endless pursuit of more, and in that rush, we often overlook the small, sacred moments that make our lives extraordinary. Tonight, I want to invite you to join me in a deeper exploration of gratitude, not just as a fleeting sentiment but as a transformative practice that can anchor us, heal us, and remind us of what truly matters. Gratitude, at its core, is more than just saying thank you. It's a way of seeing the world, a lens that reveals the beauty hidden in the ordinary. It's the warmth of a morning coffee cradled in your hands, the fleeting brilliance of a sunset painting the sky in hues of pink and gold, or the quiet comfort of a friend who listens without judgment. These are the threads that stitch together a life worth living, yet they're so easy to miss when we're distracted by what's lacking or what's next. In a culture that constantly nudges us toward dissatisfaction, new gadgets, bigger goals, better versions of ourselves, practicing gratitude is a quiet act of rebellion. It's a choice to focus on what we have, right here, right now, and to let that be enough. Let's be honest, life doesn't always make it easy to feel grateful. The weight of daily responsibilities, bills piling up, work stress, personal struggles, can feel like a fog that obscures the good. I've had days when I've woken up already overwhelmed, my mind racing with everything that's going wrong or everything I haven't yet achieved. In those moments, gratitude feels like a foreign language, something I know I should speak but can't quite muster. I think we've all been there, caught in a cycle of negativity where the small joys, a kind word, a warm meal, a moment of laughter, fade into the background like white noise. It's not that we're ungrateful people, it's that we're human, and humans are wired to notice threats and deficits before they notice abundance. But here's the thing, gratitude isn't just a reaction to good fortune. It's a muscle we can strengthen, a habit we can cultivate, even when life feels heavy. And the science backs this up. Studies, like those from psychologists Robert Emmons and Michael McCulloch, have shown that practicing gratitude can lower stress, improve sleep, boost immune function, and even deepen our relationships. One study found that people who kept a daily gratitude journal for just 2 weeks reported higher levels of optimism and life satisfaction. That's not just a feel-good statistic, it's evidence that gratitude rewires our brains, shifting our focus from scarcity to sufficiency, from despair to hope. Let me share a story that brought this truth home for me. A few years ago, I hit a rough patch. I was in my late 20s, working a job that drained me, grappling with self-doubt, and feeling like I was falling short of the life I'd imagined for myself. Every day felt like a slog, and I was so focused on what I didn't have, a fulfilling career, financial stability, a clear sense of purpose, that I couldn't see the good right in front of me. One evening, a close friend noticed I was spiraling and sat me down with a simple challenge. For the next week, write down 3 things each day that you're grateful for. No rules, no pressure, just 3 things, no matter how small. At first, I resisted. What was there to be grateful for when everything felt so wrong? But I gave it a try, mostly to humor her. The first day, I scribbled down a hot shower, a decent sandwich, and the fact that my dog greeted me at the door like I was the best human alive. It felt trivial, almost silly. But as the days went on, something shifted. I started noticing things I'd overlooked, the way the morning light filtered through my window, the sound of my mom's laughter over the phone, the stranger who held the door open for me at the grocery store. These weren't grand, life-altering moments, but they were there, quietly waiting for me to acknowledge them. By the end of the week, I wasn't just writing down 3 things, I was seeing the world differently. The fog was lifting, not because my circumstances had changed, but because my perspective had. That experience taught me something profound. Gratitude doesn't require perfection. It doesn't demand that everything in your life be figured out or that every day be good. Instead, it asks you to find the glimmers of light even in the darkest moments. It's about recognizing that even on your worst day, there's something, however small, that's worth appreciating. Maybe it's the fact that you got out of bed, or that you have a roof over your head, or that you caught a fleeting moment of beauty, like the way the rain patters against your window. These moments are the building blocks of a grateful life, and they're always there if we choose to look for them. But why is it so hard to maintain that perspective? Part of it, I think, comes down to how our brains are wired. Psychologists call it the negativity bias, our tendency to focus more on threats and problems than on positive experiences. It's an evolutionary trait that helped our ancestors survive by staying alert to danger, but in today's world, it can trap us in a cycle of discontent. We notice the coworker who slighted us, but not the one who went out of their way to help. We dwell on the traffic jam, but not the song on the radio that lifted our mood. And when life gets busy or stressful, our blessings can slip through the cracks entirely. We take our health for granted until we're sick, our loved ones until they're distant, our basic comforts, clean water, a warm bed, until they're gone. This isn't just a personal struggle, it's a cultural one. We live in a world that thrives on comparison and consumption. Social media bombards us with curated glimpses of other people's lives, vacations, promotions, picture-perfect moments that can make our own lives feel inadequate. Advertisements tell us we need newer, shinier things to be happy. Even our own ambitions, while motivating, can sometimes pull us away from the present, convincing us that happiness lies just beyond the next milestone. In this environment, gratitude isn't just counterintuitive, it's countercultural. It's a deliberate choice to step off the treadmill of wanting and rest in the sufficiency of what is. So, how do we make gratitude a habit, not just a fleeting moment? It starts with small, intentional practices. One of my favorites is the gratitude journal I mentioned earlier. Each night, I take 5 minutes to jot down 3 things I'm thankful for. Some days, it's profound, a meaningful conversation, a breakthrough at work. Other days, it's simple, a good cup of tea, a cozy sweater, a quiet moment to myself. The act of writing forces me to slow down and notice, to anchor myself in the present. Over time, this practice has trained my brain to seek out the good, even when life feels chaotic. Another powerful practice is sharing gratitude with others. There's something magical about telling someone why you appreciate them. Try writing a heartfelt note to a friend, thanking them for a specific way they've touched your life. Or, at the dinner table, go around and share one thing you're grateful for from the day. Not only does this deepen your own sense of gratitude, but it also creates a ripple effect. Gratitude is contagious, it inspires others to notice the good in their own lives, fostering connection and kindness. I've seen this firsthand. When I started openly sharing what I was thankful for, my friends and family began doing the same. It transformed our conversations, shifting them from complaints to celebrations. Gratitude also has a way of reframing challenges. This doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine, it means finding meaning even in the hard moments. For example, a few months ago, I went through a painful breakup. At first, I was consumed by hurt and regret. But as I leaned into gratitude, I started to see the lessons woven into the experience, the strength I discovered in myself, the friends who showed up with unwavering support, the clarity about what I want in future relationships. Gratitude didn't erase the pain, but it gave me a lifeline, a way to hold both the hurt and the hope at the same time. Philosophically, gratitude connects us to something bigger than ourselves. Whether you're spiritual, religious, or simply a seeker of meaning, gratitude invites you to recognize the interconnectedness of life. When I'm grateful for the food on my table, I think of the farmers who grew it, the hands that prepared it, the earth that sustained it. When I'm grateful for a friend's kindness, I'm reminded of the web of relationships that holds us all together. Gratitude humbles us, reminding us that we're not self-made but rather the recipients of countless gifts, seen and unseen, that make our lives possible. For those who feel skeptical, I get it. Gratitude can sound like a cliché, a buzzword tossed around in self-help books and inspirational quotes. But its power lies in its simplicity. You don't need to overhaul your life to practice it. You don't need to be happy or have it all together. All it takes is a moment, a pause to notice the texture of your life, the small miracles that surround you. And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Gratitude isn't about denying life's difficulties, it's about refusing to let those difficulties have the final word. As I wrap up this reflection, I wanted to leave you with a challenge. For the next 7 days, take 5 minutes each evening to write down 3 things you're grateful for. Don't overthink it, just let the moments, big or small, rise to the surface. Maybe it's the way your child's laughter filled the house, or the stranger who smiled at you in passing, or the fact that you made it through a tough day. If you feel stuck, look around you. What's one thing you'd miss if it were gone? Write it down. Share it with someone you love. Let it sink in. And if you're inspired by this, I'd love to hear your stories. What are the blessings, big or small, that light up your life? Drop them in the comments below, or share them with a friend. Let's start a conversation that celebrates the good, that reminds us we're not alone in this messy, beautiful journey. If you want to dive deeper, check out another video where we explore practical ways to weave gratitude into your daily routine, from morning rituals to mindfulness practices. Gratitude isn't a destination, it's a way of traveling. It's a practice that meets you where you are and gently guides you toward a fuller, more connected life. So tonight, as you close your eyes, take a moment to whisper a quiet thank you for the breath in your lungs, the people you love, the small joys that carried you through the day. Because in the end, it's these moments that make us rich, no matter what else life brings.